Chapter 25. Celeste hummed as she set another skirt into the cute purple bag Tess had helped her pick out. She was going on a business trip, her first business trip, with Max. She giggled as she picked up her blouse, one she had bought with her own money, to put in her own space, even if it was just a small dorm room in MFP's housing complex. There was only enough space here for a bed, a dresser, and closet, but it was hers, as was all these clothes she had gotten, and she was packing her bags to go on her first business trip. Maybe she did have a place in the GFG after all. She and Max were going to a little town for the grand opening of a computer store he was investing in. Tess was already there. So was Jordan. And Janae. Celeste frowned at the thought of them, then shrugged. She couldn't have everything her way. Celeste picked up a sweater to reveal a file folder filled with papers. Her hum faded. She had been so excited about her first business trip that she had done all kinds of research, marketing, finance basics, a guide to hiring personnel, anything to make this store the most profitable business the GFG ever had. But her research uncovered something disturbing. Max had opened stores like this before, and a vast majority of them failed. She couldn't fathom it. The more she dug into these failed stores' records, the more she saw obvious mistakes and sloppy business practices that made the stores fail. What if this new store was one of them? No. Celeste shook her head. Max was smart, a businessman, a CEO. She was a stupid slave girl with no marketable skills beyond her fur. He should know more about this than she did. With a grunt, she shoved her research into the bag and zipped it up. A glance at the clock told her it was almost time to meet Max, so she hoisted her bag and darted out the door. Her heels gave a light pop-pock as she rushed down the tiled hall. When she had first gotten them, she could barely walk. Now she could balance enough to run. Not bad for a stupid slave girl with no marketable skills. There you are. Max met her at the door to his office. I'm not late. It was almost a question, but Celeste was sure she was on time. You're not. Max took her bag from her and led her to the elevator. But I like to be early. They rode the elevator down to the complex parking garage. Max strode out as soon as the doors opened. Celeste crept into the garage. The entire thing was made of cement, and yellow lights overhead banished the darkness in spots, but only barely. Between islands of light were pools of darkness. Hers and Max's footsteps echoed off the walls, his a booming clop, and hers a light pock. Keep up, Celeste. Max made his way to a cherry-red convertible, parked in the center of the garage. Oh, wow! The car seemed to give off a glow that expelled the dimness in the garage. This car is gorgeous! I paid entirely too much for it. Max ran his hands over its smooth paint, but it was worth it. It has wheels! Real wheels! Celeste stooped to examine the black tires. She had never seen them on a car before. It's an antique. Max opened the trunk to toss her luggage next to his. Not as fast as hover models, but man, can you feel the engine's power surging through you through the steering wheel. Makes you feel alive. He shut the trunk, causing a thunk to echo across the garage. Hop in. Celeste got in. Seatbelt? I drive fast. Max slid into the driver's seat. Celeste strapped herself in. Here. Max handed her his phone. Call Tess and let her know we're on the way. Celeste dialed the number. It rang and rang until it went to voicemail. She's not picking up. Ah, shoot. Forgot about the time difference. Max reversed out of its parking lot. Don't worry about it then. Max, Celeste said as he pulled onto the main road. I was looking up directions to New Jalou, and the GPS says it takes about 2 weeks to drive. So? Aren't we supposed to be there tomorrow? We're taking the high-speed transport tunnel. The what? You've never been in one? Celeste shook her head. Do you have any allergies or medical sensitivities? Not that I know of. You should be fine then. Max settled back in his chair as he joined traffic on the highway. This will be a brand new experience for you. This is already a new experience for me. Celeste gave him a smile that made her nose wrinkle. Glad you left Terrence then? I'd be glad I left Terrence even if I had to live in a sewer. Max chuckled. Sometimes you're funny, Celeste. Celeste turned her face to hide the color that came to her cheeks. There was something about Max that was so charming.